Hey everybody, it's Mr. Banks. I just wanted to go ahead and do some weekly announcements, this, that, and the other that will help you become a little bit more successful this week. I hope everybody's hanging in there. I know us teachers are doing the very best that we can. It's been rough on us, but you know I'm sure it's been rough on you as well. We would much rather be in the classroom engaging with all of you, but unfortunately, we've been dealt a different hand. So anyway, this week, I do want to go over a couple of things for students out there. For United States government, I currently have 5 supplemental learning activities up. I wanted to make sure that everyone kind of understands what these supplementary learning activities are. We will be extending just a little bit and going into some future learning, especially when we look at the Constitution, and I'll be doing a little bit more direct instruction or videos for that for my students. But we have 5 supplementary learning activities. For those of you that are completing it, I really appreciate it. If you have not started any of these yet, I would encourage you to do so, because they're there to help you out and become more engaging citizens of the United States, and everyone knows that, especially in my lectures or our conversations in class. First and foremost, that's the most important thing, is to be engaged and understand the political front on all facets. So anyway, there are 5 supplemental learning activities available. You can still do any of those at this point. And if some of you are struggling on your grade from previous assignments, I am supplementing these assignments for any zeros that you may have in the grade book. So just so you know, I'm here to help. And if you need anything, be sure to connect with me. Email me, Zoom me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are going to be my my classroom working hours. Where you can get a hold of me at that point, kind of more on a face-to-face Zoom version from 9 to 11 on Tuesday and Thursday in the morning. If for, excuse me, if for whatever stretch of the crazy imagination that you're having an issue meeting with me from 9 to 11 on Tuesday and Thursday, reach out and I can work around your schedule a little bit. Okay, and I do check my my emails and my Canvas emails on a daily basis, several times a day. So I wanted to make sure that that everyone knows that it's not, that I will be checking emails and things like that to keep everybody going. So that's that's kind of government. And don't forget that I have waived the meeting requirement for government, for obvious reasons. Okay, for American history this week, remember you still have a supplementary learning activity number 4. It's a little bit bigger assignment, and it's not going to be due until a week from this coming Saturday. But it is a great evaluation of primary source documents and looking at pictures in regards to the Vietnam conflict. I would definitely encourage you to work on 4 and 5, because both of or actually 3, 4, and 5 are all activities associated with the Vietnam War conflict, and that's kind of extended learning. Activity 3 and 5 are both Common Lit assessments. They are not, real in depth this week, but definitely check those out and work on those. And also, don't forget that if you have any zeros or missing work or work that you want to improve your grade in American history, all you have to do is complete these supplemental learning activities. And I always put in the notes in PowerSchool, so you can kind of have an idea of where the points are going along with that. After you have, let's say, the highest grade in the class, which a couple of you have, keep working on those supplementary learning activities. I will click in the PowerSchool version completed. And then at that point, when we return to school, those grades will definitely go in and impact your grade. I would encourage all my American history students to work on these supplementary learning activities, because it keeps you engaged and on the same facet. Iowa history, we have 1 supplementary learning activity available in Iowa history. And this is about a 2.5 week process. So this will not be due until a week from Saturday. It's again, in Iowa history, we are project-based learning, so it's a little bit more detailed than that. So anyway, we are working on a paper on famous Iowans. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that we are all good. When we're talking about what the supplementary activities are and what they're going to be worth, this, that, and the other. Do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me, cbanks@centrally.org, or connect with me via Canvas. But I am here for you. Not just in the the curriculum aspect, but in the whole gamut of things. I am here for you to be successful. So that's all I have for this week. Be sure to double check Canvas, double check all those announcements. Everything's out there. That's it. We'll see you next week.